Welcome back to Box Office Maniacs, and today is Saturday the 5th. So for us Star Wars nerds, that means it's Revenge of the 5th. And as you can see, I got something really big planned for today. And this box is huge. I don't know if you can see this entire thing, but yeah, it's a massive box, probably one of the biggest boxes I have ever gotten from Amazon. Now, before I start this review, I gotta say this is the second time now I've done the review. Let me move this box out of the way and explain it to you. Okay, so normally I don't have that many problems with Amazon, unlike Vince, and if you're familiar with the channel and familiar with how much Amazon hates Vince, you know he has a lot of problems with Amazon. Me personally, I've only ever had maybe one or two things that I've gotten that haven't been too great. I think one or two things have came like a day or two late, but nothing really major. So about a week or two ago, I was on Amazon, and I don't remember what I was looking up, but all of a sudden this Darth Vader helmet pops up. I had no idea this thing was even coming out, and I have never bought a Black Series Star Wars helmet. And there's quite a few of them out there. I know they have a Stormtrooper one, they got Poe Dameron's helmet, and I think there's a couple more they have out. But this one in particular hit me as soon as I saw it, and it was I can tell you it was sort of a spontaneous buy. It's like I had to have it, because this is something that I've been wanting ever since I saw Return of the Jedi when I was a teenager, and I was like, I had to have it. I had to have this. And this thing was $100, so I bought it. It came, I actually did a full review for it, for you guys, and I opened up the package, and as soon as I opened up the package, I could tell that it was repackaged, because there were fingerprints already all over the entire helmet. And the packaging, when they put it back in there, was really sloppily done. It was just like, there was a plastic bag that was pulled over the top, nothing was tied, things were just thrown in there. And so when I started looking at the thing, there was a big scuff mark all the way down half the front of the helmet, or the top of the helmet, and whoever had this thing sent it back. And it was one of those like, what? You know, somebody had it, I guess saw the scuff mark, stuck it back in the box, sent it back, and then they resent it to me, thinking, oh hey, I wouldn't care if it was, you know, repackaged and it was messed up. Well, I did care, and I actually wasn't gonna get another one because I was so mad. But sitting here looking at that thing, I'm just like, man, this is the coolest thing ever, and this is what I've been wanting for forever. So I did send it back, and what you just saw is my second one now. Okay, so this is how I got this box. As you can see here, the entire top of it is, the tape is broken on it. The whole front of it here is dented in. It literally looks like an Ewok sat on this box. And over here on this side, the tape is pretty much torn off as well. And the first box that I had, I can tell you the outside box was fine. And this does not give me any confidence that the inside box is going to be any better, but let's get this thing open and take a look at the inside box. So this here, the box itself actually looks in better condition than the other one. It doesn't look like it's been opened. Doesn't look like it's been retaped together or anything. Yeah, that's my box sitting over there. So what I'm going to do here is give you guys sort of, you know, the overview of the box, and then I'm going to actually open the thing up. And I did buy some gloves for this thing, because I didn't want to put my own fingerprints all over it. So, even though, you know, I didn't have to, because the other one had covered with fingerprints. So if this is actually not messed up, this is super cool, and I can't wait to show you how awesome this really is. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. So here is the outside of the box. Now, the reason I got this thing is because it's crazy detailed. As you can see here, it actually has three pieces to it. It has the lower part, the actual mask itself, and the helmet. I've been thinking about cosplaying as Darth Vader, and I was looking into getting some helmets. This was like a year ago, and there was nothing out there I really liked. But then when I saw this, I was like, well, if I ever cosplay as Darth Vader, you know, this is it. This is the helmet that I'd want to wear, because it would make you really feel like him, being that it has all the stuff on it. So this is the back of the box, and it kind of shows you, you know, what it looks like. It looks so much cooler in person, trust me. And down here is a description, I guess, of, you know, see-through, so you can see what it looks like And this is a really pretty cool picture right here of the side of the helmet, because it's the side of the box. And we are once again at the front of the box. So let me go put my gloves on and open this up, and hopefully this one is not messed up. So what this is actually the stand for the mask. And when I got the first mask, this thing was just thrown in the box. It wasn't even in this plastic. It was literally thrown in the box. And this actually has tape on it. So I'm pretty confident that this mask is brand new. It hasn't been worn by anybody else. So let's take a look at the rest of it. And this, my friends, is why, as you can see, my reflection in this in this helmet, this is why I wanted this. Because Darth Vader looked so amazing in Return of the Jedi. And the helmet was so shiny. Looked like, you know, he just went through a car wash and somebody buffed his whole helmet or something for him. But it looks amazing. And this is brand new. There is no fingerprints on this thing. There's no scuff marks on it or anything like that. And of course, this is not a full $100 helmet. So again, you know, I wasn't really expecting it to be pristine, but I still would like it to be, you know, semi-decent and not have it like my last one had a big scratch like all the way down here. But yeah, as you can see, it looks really good. And here you go. Here is the actual mask without the helmet on there, and you can take a look at the crazy details. And this is the reason why I got it. I could have just got a plain mask with no details, but you know, what fun is that? So I'm going to take a closer look at the details here. I don't know what any of this stuff actually is, you know, what it's actually supposed to be doing. I mean, like in the movie itself, but they sort of look like vents or magnets or something. I'm not exactly 100% sure what any of these electronics do, but you know, they're very cool. And I'm just going to flip the whole thing around here so you can actually see all the great detail here. Okay, so let's take a look at the top of the mask too. The helmet actually stays on there with magnets, so that's what these are. These are the actual magnets. When the top of the helmet goes on, it'll stick onto your head so it just doesn't fall off. But again, I mean, the details here around the top of the helmet are pretty phenomenal. I mean, I can't say they're exact movie accurate, but that's close enough to me. So for the back of the helmet, it actually has sort of a neck brace here, as you can see. And this is attached by two little pegs that go on both sides. But again, it's just so awesome that they put that in there. Just, you know, the detail here, super cool for the $100 price. I think, you know, you can't really beat it. Gonna take one more look at the neck brace. This is what holds it on, those little pegs right there. And here you go. This is what it looks like off the mask, and it has, you know, the interior designed as well. And this is just hard plastic. There is no cushion. Around here is rubber, but for the most part, it's just really hard plastic. So the inside of the mask does have some elastic. And this, I can tell you, once I put the mask on, it was pushing my face so far into the mask itself, it was hurting. It was literally hurting my nose and my jaw, and I couldn't breathe. I was like, felt like I was suffocating. But if you have a big head like I do, you can adjust this so your head does fit better in there. Now this is a really cool design part here. I really like this quite a lot. So this actually does come apart just like the movie, and it's all held on, once again, by magnets. So you just pull this off of here, and it's held on here pretty tight too. So there you go. This detaches from the bottom part of the mask. So let's take a much more detailed look here at how, you know, Vader breathed all these years. These things here, this one doesn't want to stay in place. They're just kind of like real thin plastic. And I'm not exactly sure where they're supposed to be. I don't know if they're down here or if they're supposed to be up there. But, you know, again, that's fine. So here you can see, of course, how cool it actually is with all this really great detail. On the side here, it has like the wires or whatever they are. And again, these are the magnets that hold the top into place. So the front of it is, you know, Vader's mask. And these are plastic. They are not metal, which, you know, a little disappointing. But again, the price point of this thing, you know, you can't really beat it. So I'm going to try to get the interior as much as I can, being that it's all black. It's hard to actually even pick up. But we try to move this out of the way a little bit. But you can see, again, more of the wires and the circuitry and everything that's inside of this is fantastic. It does have a little padding here for your head. I mean, it doesn't really do much. I tell you, the padding that it really needed was right around here. Your jawline, at least mine, really hits this because my head's so wide. It hits this plastic and it's not that comfortable, but you can get used to it. The very top here, this is all cushioned, so your head will be sitting on top of that. So now that it's all back together, I can show you what it actually looks like when it's completely back together. And again, it looks fantastic. I think it's, you know, I don't know if it's the exact replica. Probably not. I know there's masks out there that are saying that they use the exact mold from the Vader mask to make them. I don't believe that's what this is. I think it's just, you know, a Vader mask, which is fine by me. Now there is a button here, as you can see right here on his jawline, and I'm going to go ahead and put some batteries in here and show you what that does, and then I'm going to try the mask on so you can see what it looks like on my big head. So let's go do that. So there was a close-up of what the Darth Vader helmet looked like, and now for me to put this thing on, and it is kind of difficult to do it yourself. But I'm going to try to do it the best I can. I don't know if I'm actually going to film myself putting it on, because it takes a while for me to get the snaps put on and the whole thing. But I'm going to go ahead and try to put this on now so you can see what it looks like when it's actually on a person's head. Alright, let's see. Okay, so I'm not sure how well you can hear me inside this thing. It's kind of like wearing a tin can on your head. I know, that's what it obviously is supposed to be too. But yeah, it's very tight. I mean, it is pretty tight on my head. And it is kind of hard to breathe in. So you can kind of see why Darth Vader was like, so, because, you know, there is a hole down here to where you can, you know, should be able to breathe out of. But I think it's still, the elastic here is a little too tight, I think, on the back of the head still. So it does fit. It doesn't fit well on a big head like this, but it does fit, and you can show you what it looks like here. So finally, this here would be the final part of the thing. And when you put this on, it sounds like a trash can settling on your head. It goes thunk. So so there you go. You don't know the power of the dark side. Yeah. It does not have a voice changer in it. However, it does have a button here on the side that when pushed, it does make some sound effects. And of course, I forgot to put the batteries in this thing, so before I put it on. So let me go get some batteries and put it on for you, and you can hear what it sounds like with the sound effects. Okay, I am back. I actually went and got the batteries, so now I got the batteries in this. So let me go ahead and put the can back on here. There we go. Okay, so it actually makes 3 sound effects. The first one is this. And I kind of wish there was a way to keep it going so it wouldn't, you know, shut off, but you know, it is what it is. And there is another sound effect, which I gotta take the mask off to show you. So, and it's the breathing effect that when Luke took the mask off in Jedi and his breathing started getting really hoarse, that's what it is. So here we go. that what you heard there was one of the sound effects. But then if you push this while the mask is off, that's kind of what I sound like on a normal daily basis anyway. So the big question here is this thing worth $100? I would say yes. Actually, yes, it is. All the stuff that you get here, and the amazing sculpt and the design, and all the really cool inside gadgetry that you have, and the sound effects, and yeah, absolutely. I should say too that you can see really well out of the mask. That's one thing, is you do have the tinted lenses, but it doesn't prevent you from not being able to see out of the mask at all. Alright, so there you go. There is the Darth Vader helmet for Saturday, Revenge of the Sith. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. I enjoyed bringing it to you. And if you want to see more reviews like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and become one with the dark side. Stuck. Somebody? Anybody? Stuck.